Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us is the Sony ICF-EX5MK2. This is an AM/FM Nikkei portable radio. During this video, perform an evening medium wave band scan. But first we'll go over features, second I'll do a size comparison, and third we'll start cruising the evening band in the Chicagoland area. So here we are with a classic. This is an amazing radio. Haven't had on the channel probably about 4 years now, so this is a great introduction to those who haven't seen this radio before. You might have seen it on eBay perusing around and wondered, why is that radio worth so much money? Well, on eBay you're going to find this thing selling anywhere from the lowest at around $100 to the highest around $450. Well, a good in between is about $150 to $200 on average. $100 being a great deal, and $200 being about what people are paying in a mint brand new example. So, yeah, I got mine for right around $150 brand new, so it's not too far out of whack there. So, it's a great radio. Its main claim to fame is medium wave, and we'll explain it as we go. So, let's talk about features of this radio. So, yeah, let's check this out. Left-hand side, we have a carry strap hook point, and that's about it. Going to the front of the radio, we have Sony in the model number there. I don't know if you guys can read that. Light's kind of blinding a little bit. Got a metal speaker grill with a 4-inch speaker behind there. Our power switch. It says Nikkei 1, Nikkei 2. In Japan, they have some shortwave stations, and there's 6 of them here, major ones, and that's all you have. They're crystal tuned, so they're exact, so you just select which one you want here, on which band, 3, 6, 9, and over here you select it on your 1 or 2. That's how you get your 6 channels. Pretty basic. Yeah. So if you look at the scale here, FM is all the way to 76 to 108. That's the Japanese market. Our dial indicator, it has a little red LED for tuning. I love that. I think it's amazing. Going to medium wave scale, you can see it says 530 to 1600. My radio tunes all the way up to 1650, which is pretty awesome. Much past the normal amount there. And if you look, it's a linear scale. That's what it says down here. Medium wave frequency linear scale. It's really nice tuning this, especially in the evening. There's tons of stations between 1200 and 1600. It's like the part of the graveyard band where you can spend a lot of time. And that's a great area. And they have a nice open area there. It's like half the band's there and half the band's there. I love that. So, fantastic. And of course, there's all the Nikkei stuff that we can't use, unfortunately. And a gold dial indicator that goes all the way down. The big claim to fame also is synchronous detection. Yes, we have that on this radio. Going over to the switches, here's our bands. So our medium wave FM, Nikkei 2K, Nikkei 1. So yeah, four band select. So we'll go all the way back to medium wave. Here is the synchronous detection. Right now it's on normal. We have lower sideband, upper sideband sync, and it really locks in. I did a daytime scan and it was amazing. I didn't think I'd be using this. Started using it and wow, just amazing. High-low tone control, this does help. I may be going back and forth with this one as well, though it's a very slight difference. It's not very noticeable, but it's slight. Sometimes low helps a little bit. Going to the right-hand side of the radio, you'll be greeted with power input, 6 volts. Polarity is opposite than normal. We have an earphone jack. We have a sensitivity for AM, high-low. Well, no duh, we'll leave it on high. We have volume control and a tuning knob. Going to the top of the radio, you can see we got some chrome embellishments, which I love. We have a telescopic antenna, which measures out to around, I want to say 37 inches. Yeah. You think that would help in the FM department, but it doesn't do so hot. FM's just okay on this radio. Nothing to write home about. All right. It is an all-analog radio. There's no DSP in this radio. A little history. This radio came out, I believe, in 87 or 85. Don't quote me on that. Somewhere in the 80s. And it was produced all the way till the 2015. So right around there. But here in the back you can see it says AM external antenna, so you can hook up a long wire. Now it couples with the Ferrite antenna on the inside, so some people don't like that. If it works for you, great. If not, I would just use the internal antenna. It's amazing. There's a model number, Sony. You can see it says made in Japan. Beautiful thing. It runs on 4 C batteries. I won't show you, they're in there. They kind of run the whole bottom of the radio. And if you can read that, kudos to you. You rock. Okay. But yeah, this also sports a 200mm internal ferrite antenna for awesome sensitivity. Comparing it to like the RF2200, it's not as good, but it's there. And GE Super Radios may nudge it out a little bit in sensitivity as well. But what makes this thing shine is the synchronous detection for selectivity. It's absolutely amazing. Some have said it's better than the Sony ICF-2010, which is a dang good radio for synchronous detection. But this does, I started using this during the day and I was like really amazed. So we'll see what happens tonight. Size comparison real quick, and we'll start tuning the band. We have CC Pocket in the house. Current time is 11:42 p.m. That's Central Standard Time. I'm near Chicago, Illinois, USA, a northwest suburb, very northwest, just to let you know. So if you see me pointing radio in certain directions, you'll know why. But yeah, there's our CC Pocket. It's kind of like right there. Cool. And we are in the month of February 2025. Deck of cards. Iron Man. He's the man with the master plan. He loves Sony's made in Japan. Rock it out all day long with the big stick ferrite man. He's Iron Man. Tuning with the big boys. Yeah. It's Iron Man. Rock on. Rock on. Shoo. I forgot to do Skywave. I might use this as frequency checking. I have it on right now. And yeah, if we need it, we'll use it. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and turn this beast on and hear what we can hear. Now, during the day, I used a passive loop and it helped, which I was surprised because most radios with big antennas don't normally respond, but this one responded to it and it pushed it even further. I couldn't believe what I got out of it. It was amazing. So let's go ahead and turn it on here. Okay. Oh yeah, did I mention it has a red LED in the tuning indicator? So sweet. And it dims and gets stronger with signal strength. Love it. Doesn't just go on or off. Yay! All analog, baby. Okay, let's see if we can pick up Cuba, maybe? A little too faint for a lock, but thought I'd try it. So that music there is coming from Cuba, I believe. Yeah, 5:30 a.m. I don't know what exactly the station is, but yeah, 1,700 miles due southeast there towards the Caribbean. That is fantastic. So cardinal directions: north, east, south, west. This would be CHLO, Brampton, Ontario, if it was coming in, which is northeast. I don't hear anything. Okay, cool. That was a fun pickup.
Airlines right now. 800-754-4531.
So here's 540 WAUK Jackson, Wisconsin, 70 miles, 400 watts to the north. Now, if you know anything about AM radio, that horizontally installed antenna is pointed to the direction you're trying to receive, and it's it's bidirectional, excuse me, going one way or the other. So right now it'll pick up southern stations and northern stations. And when I turn it to the west, it picks up western stations and eastern stations. And of course, same here. If you're pointing it towards, say, New York City, it'll be picking up Dallas-Fort Worth.
Suburb of Milwaukee, and it's shipped to more than 60 countries every year. So can you tell?
Now we're picking up a hint of some music. And some voice. Now that voice is actually CBK Watrous, Saskatchewan, which is 1,025 miles. It's pretty cool. I had a short that I put up of this radio if you want to check it out, a short section. And yeah, I picked up CBW pretty clearly the other night, so I had to post that. Very cool. We're picking it up now. You try a loop, Terk Advantage, to see if it helps. Putting it perpendicular, top of the radio. There it is. mixing with a lot. Wow, there's like 2 music stations there. I'm hearing country and I'm hearing some other thing. And then I heard the speaker. So, okay, let's keep going.
Sentence to prove it guilty. If you can pay your bail, good news, you go home to wait your trial. If you can't, sorry, you go to jail to wait.
Okay, I think this is 550. Let's just check, or if I'm on 540 still. Let me make sure. Nope. Yeah, we're still on 540.
Project helps those who can't afford it.
I hate to call them like these little mankind towns that have popped up all over the place. I don't have them around where you are in San Antonio.
Boy, another mix of stations. We are picking up KTRS St. Louis, Missouri, kind of mixing with something else. I'm not sure what it is. 275 miles, 5,000 watts.
They're not going to bring values.
There it is. Mixing, you can hear them both. Okay, that can give you a headache.
A free gold and silver kit to show you how precious metals like gold and silver could help you diversify your savings before.
Here's a local, nice and strong, as you saw the tuning light kick up. 560 WIND, Chicago.
Free of charge. Plus, you could receive up to a 10% match on bonus silver for qualified accounts. Visit Hannity Gold.
Boy, a lot of faint stations here. I think we're on 580. Traverse City, Michigan, WTCM.
On to the hardwood where the Notre Dame ladies took on Duke, and it wasn't much of a game. They got the 64-40.
Oh, we were getting a lot more than what I thought. This is 590. Wow. This is KXSP, Omaha, Nebraska, 405 miles to the west, 5,000 watts.
Three-pointer up. The three-pointer down. Hannah Hidalgo nails the three. The Irish have the first double-figure lead of the game. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up.
40 games of you hitting and 0 games in the field, then 30 games of you wherever it is, because that's kind of what it is. He's not going to suddenly get healthier. You got to keep the game going. So this should have been a decision of, okay, I get that, hey, moving him to
Noise floor isn't too bad. This is KCSP, Kansas City, Missouri, 400 miles, 5,000 watts on 610.
spasms, knee injuries. Let's make sure we lessen that. And the only thing you should really be doing that's a big stress is running the bases. Nothing you can do for that. You've got to run the bases. Okay.
I bring home $6,300 per month before 401k.
So you have a lot of money in savings. That's the only way you can breathe. Because monthly, you're choking to death. You're choking to death.
Yeah.
These guys like, yeah, I want to hear about somebody else's money problems when you have your own. WTMJ 620, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 52 miles, 10,000 watts. All right.
Yeah, we're not saving a whole lot each month.
You're not breathing.
On my income and expenses.
I mean, I know what your budget looks like with what you're telling me. You have a $400,000 mortgage and a $6,300 take home. I mean, you're starving to death.
Wait, did you say 6,300 take home? Starving to death, 6,300? Wait a sec. His mortgage is pretty high. Good money though, man. Wonder where you live. Okay. This is 6:30. This should be Chatham, Ontario. It's a rough night. I'm surprised. It's cold, clear. But yeah, we should be picking up 6:30. Not picking it up, but hopefully pick up some other stations. A little bit. Sometimes it improves.
Retailers and corporate operations at the expense of hard-working taxpayers. It's also highlighted the mass pardoning of January 6th rioters.
Here's 640. This is WMFN, Peatone, Illinois, 75 miles, 1,600 watts.
Children in majority black neighborhoods are more exposed to lead and...
Good music there on WSM, as in Mary. 650. This is Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles south. So I got away from 640. 640 is kind of bumping into 650 there. So I put the sync on upper and took it away.
Doyle Lawson and Quicksilver. Lord, I want to go to heaven. To round down the hour and the program, it's been a fun 5 hours, as it is every Monday, with B-sides, rarities, hits, and stories, and certainly we'll do it all again next week. My name is Jeff Hogue. As I said that right there, shades of what you'll hear tomorrow night following the Tuesday night.
That's a pretty good program, 5 hours. Wow.
Of WSM at night, and I hope you can join me not only for my program, but also the Grand Ole Opry.
Sync was still on.
When we speak again, please be safe out there. Whatever you do, please be kind to one another and keep it locked to WSM, Nashville, Tennessee.
Miserable and doesn't hit for the entire month of April? You know, it was probably a mistake not to be more. I don't know. But this is they are overcautious. Guys, anybody who's
a lock. Trying to get a lock.
They get time off. I wouldn't, with Judge being so important to the team, he gets more days off, a year older. The idea that these back-to-back years of having storage seasons.
See if I can get a better lock. This is WFAN, 660 New York, New York, 750 miles to the northeast. Just trying to get a better lock with the sync here.
Judge getting multiple stuff, and it's going to lead to the conversation of how urgent to the auditorium stage has seen it all, and as the most to the New York Yankees. The conversation has been around this thing for a while, and sometimes it's more warranted than others. But I gone. I appreciate it. I'm not trying to harp on you. I find it to be mindful.
Example where this is probably the hardest one to get a lock on, because 660 is right in between 650, which is real strong at night, and then 670, which is my strong local station, one of my strongest, home of the Cubs, WSCR. So, okay, we tried. Better just to leave it on normal.
We're going to play some of the comments of Aaron Judge.
These are offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus. Are they promising you up to 10%?
Here's 670 the score, WCR Chicago.
Income? If not, you need a new financial advisor. I'm Jeff Jr.
History of alternative music. Because actions have consequences, history is a moving target. Details come out, interpretations take shape. What used to be cool is now trendy. What used to be weird is now familiar and taken for granted. What was once inconsequential a few years ago now a big deal at the Catholic Radio. Go to BarrylandCampers.com.
Catholic Community Media deeply appreciates the underwriting of programming through wonderful generosity of Tim Falcon and the Falcon Law Firm. The Falcon Law Firm specializing in maritime, personal injury, auto accidents, and toxic exposure. For more information, call the Falcon Law Firm at 504-341-1234 or on the web at falconlaw.com. That's Falcon Law Firm, 504-341-1234 or on the web at falconlaw.com.
This is Dr. Gary Levy at Lakeview Veterinary Hospital in New Orleans. As stewards of God's four-legged creation, we at Lakeview Veterinary Hospital are proud to support Catholic radio. I grew up in Lakeview and attended Christian Brothers, De La Salle, and Loyola. My love and respect for all God's creatures led to my 40-year veterinary career here in the shadow of St. Dominic's Church. Lakeview Veterinary Hospital on Memphis Street, 504-482-2173 or lakeviewvet.com.
Okay, I'll look this up. 690. I should have some. I'll put a pop up here. example, trying to get 680 CGOB. It's not coming in. Let's keep going. Oh, there we go. A little bit of it. A lot there. Okay.
In my my zip code alone, gas goes anywhere from $2.
And the chaos slows down a little bit at 700, which is good. WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles east.
On almost 50 cents. That's 50 cents a gallon higher. So it pays to check those gas. Diesel currently in my neighborhood, $2.95. There are some places that are selling it as much as $3.24. That's a 34-cent gap. So again, pays to check.
Pour your passion into a business that you can be proud of. For more information about owning a senior care consulting franchise, call 833-722-736. 833-722-3736. Or visit Senior Care Consulting.
717 I'm not sure if I got the call letters there. I'll see. If I did, I'll put a pop-up. If not, should be WOR, New York, New York. 750 miles, but may not be.
James Sears. The latest round of federal cuts targets the Federal Aviation Administration, where you're likely to see the impact.
720 WGN Chicago, local.
Emergency room at a Southside hospital. WGN traffic right now, looking at the expressways and tollways.
Trying to get CKDM. Okay, this radio is really trying to pull this in, which is good. This is 740 CFZM, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles northeast.
Originally, that was forecast to move into the northeast, but unfortunately our weather models are keeping it.
WSB, Atlanta, Georgia, 750 miles, sorry, on 750, 630 miles southeast.
The nomination of Kash Patel to be FBI director will be taken up in a procedural vote in the Senate today. CBS's Jacob Rosen is covering this confirmation process.
Patel's confirmation process has been filled with controversy and delays. Temperatures in parts of Montana possibly dipping to 45 degrees below zero. America's listening to Fox News.
It is time to take the quiz.
5 days a week.
760.
Questions in less than 5 minutes. We ask people on the streets of New York City to play along. Let's see how you do.
What are the two active volcanoes on mainland Europe?
Vesuvioism? Vesuvius and Etna.
How did you do? Exactly. These get tougher, so hang on.
Take the quiz every weekday at thequiz.com. Then come back here to see how you do. Thank you for taking
Promises made, promises kept. We're going to keep our promises.
Stick with the Fox News Rundown as history is made during his first 100 days. Whether it impacts your family, your wallet, or the world, our team of journalists will give you the sharp analysis and perspective you expect from Fox News. The Fox News Rundown, the first 100 days. Listen and follow now at foxnewsrundown.com or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
The Trump administration is encouraging Israel to continue
$1,000 to Mangioni's defense as he remains incarcerated awaiting trial. I'm Michael Kastner.
In sports, the Mets' newest star has officially reported to spring training after agreeing to a 15-year, $765 million deal.
Here's 770 WABC, New York, New York, 750 miles northeast.
The 6-year-old spent his first day in Port St. Lucie, Florida, talking to his manager.
With only 1 penny down and no interest until August of 2026 through February 23rd.
WBBM News Radio, Chicago. Old Time Radio comes on probably right about now, a few minutes, between 12 a.m. and 1 a.m., and it's currently 12:01 a.m. So cool.
Huge after Christmas clearance sale. We've grown trees.
What I want to know the weather on the 8th, WBBM. I'm sure most of you guys in your area have an AM station that has the time and the weather. I love that. And traffic.
4-4,
Starbeat. Call now. 844-STARBEAT. 844-STAR.
There's a lot of stations here, guys.
Of course, it could be one of the neighbors. Guys, I'll hardly have enough cream for your father's coffee this morning.
This should be 800 CKLW, Windsor, Ontario, 270 miles northeast. I think.
I was the same, of course. I love cream. My parents never did suspect me of that. Later on, though, things changed.
Yeah.
Your father was
In the country for the first time since 2019. What does the success you guys had up to this point in the season mean to you?
Sounds like sports talk here. WHB 810, Kansas City, Missouri. 400 miles, 5,000 watts to the southwest.
that number one kind of get in our heads. You know, we're still the same team, and they don't make
Putting it right into their own. And look, our water heaters are working so hard right now. They work the hardest when it's cold outside, of course, which means it's more likely to fail during these winter months. Don't wait for that to happen. Call to replace that old, worn-out water heater before it causes a disaster in your home. Right now, save $205 off a traditional tank water heater or $409 off a tankless water heater that offers endless hot water to your home. With an energy...
You don't think they're marked up to mark them down that far? Come on.
Imagine enjoying long showers, long hot showers, all winter long. And don't forget, Benjamin Franklin Plumbing is the punctual plumber, and they will pay you $5 for every minute they're late, because if there's any delay, it's you they pay.
It's like getting a free pizza if they're late.
Now, again, the number 866-4-BEN-NOW. Hey, retirees and soon-to-be retired.
Okay, this is 820 WBAP, Fort Worth, Texas, 810 miles. I have to hustle it now. I've been spending a lot of time on these lower-end stations.
Sure, traffic. Just you, a cup of coffee, and all the traffic.
Other side of midnight with Frank Morano.
Okay, I heard Frank Morano. I don't know if it's WCCO 830 Minneapolis, Minnesota coming in. 310 miles to the west. Sometimes it comes in kind of weak. I don't know why. But we're hearing music too on 830 there. Unless that's bumper music there. That's probably bumper music. Yep. Oh, crap. WHAS on 840, Louisville, Kentucky, and I said, oh, crap, because coast to coast came on. Everything's going to be coast to coast now. This is interesting because 850 is coming in stronger than 840. This is 850, KOA, Denver, Colorado, 890 miles. Just to show you the little Skywave can rock it. Look, it's fully pegged. Awesome. Okay, so 850. This is easy to get usually, as you saw even on my little Skywave. KOA, Denver, Colorado, 890 miles west.
Another plane crash. The Delta Airlines plane crashed at the Toronto airport on Monday afternoon, injuring numerous passengers flying from
Okay, music on 860. CJBC sometimes has music, but not normally this late. Country. You guys got an idea what that is? Let me know. Yeah, it's not Milwaukee. Definitely not WNOV, I don't think.
So what you were doing isn't working, so we got to change what you're doing, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. How can I help?
So here's 870 WWL, New Orleans, Louisiana, 865 miles to the south.
Like a roundabout. So currently, or our monthly take home is about $6,800 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Man, sounds like half my age and making how much more than me? What the frick?
We can kind of gauge the average, but we're still learning, like navigating this, because it's really weird. We've never been really dealt with it.
Was that fake or something?
But
is he making money?
880 WHSQ, formerly known as WCBS, New York, 750 miles northeast.
A minute 17 to go, but Sidney Crosby put hand. Here it is, the podcast, Al Hunt, James Carville. Serpent, talking about it. We talked a long time.
Here's 890 WLS, Chicago. I'm just going to kind of zip up the band, and we'll do final thoughts.
Points, you sounded like a conservative Republican. It's like,
And I am very intrigued by both of these names. So, shall it take?
940 WFAW Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin. I love it during the day and evening. Awesome.
Inspiring young men and young
Trails.
So what went through your mind at that point?
I was scared that because it's now almost dark. It's like...
Yeah, I can't hover just in case it's coast to coast, which it could be. I don't know. This sounds like CBW or 980. Hold on one second. Let me see what this one is. Find out here with the Skywave. Listen to that. This is much better selectivity.
No matter where you go, everything was the exact same. And here we ended up driving 80 what's the police officer said? We were
So it's kind of trying to lock on that signal, but it's doing pretty good if you listen to that. And it made a huge difference. CBW 990 Winnipeg, Manitoba, 675 miles.
I thought we were on the trail, but last time we were 80 yards off.
And you were out of cell phone range.
Yeah, there's no cell phone.
Radio 2-1 would be the final as Sweden gets the...
Being right next to 1000 WMVP Chicago. ESPN Radio.
Matthews, assistant captain Charlie McAvoy, their starting goalie.
I barely make it to the end of the season when whammo, there's a cliffhanger that'll blow you away. And season 2 is off to a roaring...
WBZ, I believe, at 1030, Boston, Massachusetts, 880 miles.
Modern tech. The show, much like the never-ending hallways in the Lumen Corporation.
Recorded. Some of it YouTube insists doesn't violate the rules.
1040 WHO, Des Moines, Iowa, I believe.
As you might have noticed, a dismal plague of awful has been recorded. Some of it YouTube insists.
This is all coast-to-cost stuff. This is 1050 WLIP, Kenosha, Wisconsin, local, which is actually to the north, but the radio's pointed to the west.
Awful AI-generated videos on...
Just crimp it for the mouth-watering candy cake. No matter what you choose or where you are, it's always time for a tasty cake, so choose what feels right and enjoy. You've earned it, and you know...
1060 KYW, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles.
Before I was adopted, I felt like...
Old paintings, pictures of police officers shooting children in the head. And the ugly and seemingly on the way to getting uglier. So how quickly?
I believe this is 1100 WTAM, Cleveland, Ohio.
We will all learn in the fullness of time.
United States. Male hippos are known to weigh over 3,000 pounds
I believe this is 1120 KMOX, St. Louis, Missouri.
and are extremely territorial. There's Dr. Sky Stephen Cates with his weekly report on.
Should be WRVA 1140, Richmond, Virginia, 665 miles. We'll check it real quick. We're going to run a little longer than normal, but that's normal.
Well, after being on board the ISS, as many people know, for nearly a year,
There you go. Cool. 1140. All right.
Known as Calypso mission, may now return to us with the
26-part Deciphering Daniel audio series.
Dragon 10 spacecraft with the Crew Dragon 9 craft, which is now docked.
Coast to coast again on Wham! WHAM 1180 Rochester, New York, 545 miles.
The Crew Dragon 10, known as the Sony ISS, and hopefully return the astronauts by at least the date.
More coast to coast. This is so funny. WPHT 1210, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles.
Plans to fix the Starliner craft and possibly use it in the future.
Is finally broken. The 88-year-old has been hospitalized in Rome since Friday.
To say,
I'm so glad.
Some of you listeners out there
as a MAGA person, great.
Captain Dylan Larkin with TNT. Reference Thursday night. West and Canada to the championship of 4 nations. We'll drop the puck 8 o'clock Eastern in Boston, ESPN Radio Sports Bureau.
I'm not sure what we're picking up there. That's interesting. Cool.
We'll make it work. We'll go get Bregman to make it work. Oh,
In that part of the world. But some, it's just like... Will swim when it comes to overwater certifications. Let's wrap it up with the live sky.
I think this is 1510 to LAC, Nashville, Tennessee.
20th, with a new moon back on February 28th.
From the NFL.
Maybe at the quarterback.
That's next. Sports Center All Night continues at ESPN Radio.
1530 WCKY, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
COVID's through, or they feel that's the only thing that they have left. It shows you how intellectual.
1540 KXEL, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles west.
Tom Hanks, but in general,
the 1610 CHHA, Toronto, is coming in nice. Good deal. The music there is the mighty KCJJ, Iowa City, Iowa, 1630. Sports Talk, 1650. Then there's some music there. 1650, I got to look it up real quick. I always forget this one. KCNZ, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles, 1,000 watts at night. That's where I top out. But this thing's so sensitive. You can pick up so much with it. Just go north, south, like... Okay, it's definitely like Hindi music or something there. That's pretty crazy, huh? 1650? If you know what that is, let me know. I think that would be a good new ID for me. Does it sound like it? It sounds like it. You guys let me know. Alright, let's start it off. Okay, there it is. This Sony, rocking it in the evening. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. The little Skywave was right there with it, but, super high noise floor, of course, but a good digital readout to see where we're at, if we're wondering, because we can definitely, there's a lot going on here, but the dial's accurate enough to where you get an idea where you're at. The linear scale is really nice, and this did help us a few times. Not a lot, but that's because there's a lot of congestion in my area with strong stations and strong, what I would call semi-locals, even though they're a couple states away in the evening. I consider them semi-locals. But this does help a lot. So definitely, and during the day, it's amazing how much this really helps. I was shocked. Definitely makes a huge difference. So there you go. Is it worth the investment? Yeah, totally. If you want to make the investment, if you're a medium wave listener, because really all this radio is good for. FM is just okay. It's nothing to write home about. And of course, you can't do anything with these frequencies here because they're all Japanese. But medium wave, if you're a fan and you want the best selectivity and sensitivity, you're probably going to look at this radio, and you're going to probably want it next to your GE Super Radio or Panasonic RF2200 just because, But nice radio, I love it. Fun to tune. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a like if you did. 2, if you like Sony radio, subscribe to the bell icon. And 3, comment below about the EX5MK2. Is this something you would want to pick up? Have you seen this radio before? Have you been considering it? Do you own one? and use it and tune it? Let me know. I'd be curious to read those comments. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you in my next awesome video.